since I am here watering this morning, I'm sorry it's windy. I know it's like always windy, but that's just spring for you. I'll just show you what things are at right now. There is a lot of weeding to do, but I will be doing that next week with my wife, just because it is definitely a two-person job. Yeah, so let's start at the beginning. A very good place to start. It's a windy day, but it's really nice outside. I have a Zoom meeting to join in a little bit, so I figured I would sit out here, and while I'm out here, I might as well keep my hands busy. So I have some dead plants that I need to deal with. I've got some plants that really desperately need to be transplanted, and I just generally want to clean up this area today so that I have space to work on whatever's next. So let me just give you the lay of the land, and then we'll get some work done. So we've got lettuce that has died, we've got some stuff growing, we've got peas that are doing pretty amazing. The mint is struggling a little bit. These are all my tomato starts. They're all doing pretty well. There's also some tomatillos here. I accidentally broke this one off, but I'm going to see how it does. Dead lettuce that I just need to get rid of. I didn't really like this lettuce that much anyway. Flowers and more peas. My cucamelons are sitting over there because I'm trying to harden them off so that they can go out soon. I've got a bunch of stuff out there that's fine, and this is what I am addressing today. There's a bunch of stuff in here that is just too big for these little teeny tiny seed starting trays. So I have, you know, my normal pile of plastic containers and stuff that I'm going to recycle to make some space for these guys so that they can get a little bigger and stronger. I also just kind of want to deal with this whole mess over here. I think I might take that guy out today. I'm gonna grow cucamelons on it, but I just kind of want it out of this area, so that is what the plan is for now. we go. Look at that. We've got a ladybug. So I harvested just a couple little teeny tiny radishes today, which is really exciting. So what's happening today? Becca has work, so I've been kind of planning on mostly doing stuff myself out here today. But my dad and stepmom actually came to visit. Oh, sorry. They came to visit and they actually helped me do a lot of weeding. They had a pretty cool weeding tool. Becca's still stuck working, so they're gonna go grab me some dirt and I'm gonna start planting tomatoes. But for now, let me show you what's going on. This is gonna be my row of tomatoes. You can see all of them lined up. I'm moving my stakes out a little bit more onto this mound so that they're not completely up against my neighbor's plot. But I already lined up exactly where I want them. I might shift them out so we can put the dirt on and then dig up some holes, and I've got some eggs to put in the holes. And yeah, things are looking pretty good. Look, it's brown again. So I set up a temporary shade because the base for my like patio umbrella that I got it didn't last even 2 seconds. But the umbrella's cute. Look. Ooh, it's cute, and I have it attached to my weighed down wagon because I have water sitting in the wagon for now. But I needed shade pretty bad. It's really hot today and the sun is beating down. So yeah, I'm glad I bought this. The actual umbrella was only 30 bucks. So that will come in handy on these hot days when I need to cool down because I get overheated really, really fast. So basically, my dad and stepmom came over. They weeded a ton, and that I appreciate that so much because it was getting pretty bad. But they brought over some cool tools and did it and lent me another one for some small weeding that I think Becca will like when she's able to come out here again. But they also ran and got me some soil. So I'm going to get to planting my tomatoes. And then I'm going to give everything a good water. And I have a couple other little things that I want to get in the ground. Yeah. I've got a lot of work to do. I forgot my tripod, so unfortunately I can't show you the process, but I will show you what is going on when I'm done. Here's a better view of what I'm talking about. I do need to get a proper umbrella stand, but it is nice to have that nice little shady area so that I don't die in the sunshine. So here's what I'm working on now. You can see the dirt. I spread it out. I just like dumped the bags out. I'm going to spread it out. I have my little tomatoes lined up in rows. I've got my bag of eggs. They also got me some marigolds, which I'm gonna plant. All right, let's get to work. I'll probably talk about the way that I'm gonna be staking up my tomatoes in another video, but I'm gonna try to show you what I'm doing with them. So I got my eggs here. I actually have 20 different types of tomatoes, and I only got 18 eggs, so I'm gonna have to be rude to 2 tomatoes, but I'm getting them all out today, so this is what's gonna happen. So here I have some black beauty tomato. I was like, blackberry tomato? I don't think that's a thing. There's a bug on it already. Fun. I don't know what kind of bug that is. You see it? The little red guy? Huh. What are you? I don't know where it went now. Anyway. So, black beauty tomato. So what I've been doing, well, I only did one teeny tiny tomato that I only got one of. This is what I'm trying, is just digging a hole, kind of loosening up the soil deeper than I need to, just because I want to make sure that there's space. Some of these are kind of smaller than I would have liked to plant them at, but it's getting to the point where I just need to get them outside because otherwise I'm never gonna have my balcony back. So yeah, I am loosening up this very clay heavy soil around the hole. Sorry, one-handed, difficult. Nice big hole. Stab, 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 stab. Anyway. And good enough, right? Probably. Hopefully. We'll figure it out. Honestly, it's only bad on dry days. When it starts getting wet, the soil isn't that bad because the clay loosens up. Okay, so I'm just gonna pick one of these and try to extract it. This one. And I'm just gonna reach in and kind of wiggle in, and I've pulled it out. Okay, so I have 2 other ones. I'm not going to plant them because it would be ridiculous for me to plant 3 of this variety, but I am going to actually just leave this container right here, just as kind of an insurance policy. If my tomato here doesn't do very well, I'll be able to take one of those and plant it in its place. So then, take an egg, put it in the hole, and I'm going to just use my shovel. These are fresh eggs that I just got yesterday. See, just crack the top. And I'm gonna put my tomato right there. Cover some dirt around it, get some of that nice new stuff. I'm gonna pull these little baby leaves off the bottom. Try to make sure that it's not touching the soil, but that it's planted pretty deeply. And then take the label, put it right there, and I'm gonna put these extras right here. There you go. That's what I'm doing. And I'm gonna do it all the way down there for all the other 18 tomatoes, except for one isn't gonna get an egg, because like I said, I don't have enough eggs. All right, I got my work cut out for me. So I got them planted out and they're watered, so they're still kind of, you know, that initial little recovery of being jostled around and stuff and needing something to drink. So what I'm gonna do is take this bale of hay and loosely spread it over this area, just trying to get at least a little bit of layer. So yeah. Wow, look how green everything is. It's so much more green than it was the last time I was here. Sitting outside of the balcony because I'm literally filthy right now. I'm so fucking dirty. I just spent a couple hours. Ooh, my nose ring is all out of whack. My hair is all out of whack too. I spent a couple hours out at the garden. My dad and stepmom came again to help me weed, and I have my first real harvest. So, trying to get a good hold on it. Here it is. So, I'm just gonna like show it like this. There we go. This is an extremely flattering angle, right? So this is some Galaxy lettuce. I got these as starts at the beginning of the season. All of these came from starts. My stuff that came from seeds. A lot of it started dying when there was the frost. Yeah. But so far, at least having some starts helped me out. Yeah, so this is Galaxy lettuce that I bought from Starts. This is some kale. I don't remember. It's some sort of curly green kale. I got a little bit of that. Right here in the front are some spinach. And then this is all Bright Light Swiss chard, so you can see the stems of different colors. Look at them. I'm so excited about this. We are definitely going to be eating this. I actually had 2 of these, and they're starting to bolt, so that's why I wanted to make sure that I got them before they got too bad. And, yeah, my dad and stepmom took one of the Galaxy lettuce with them so that they could eat some of it too, because I don't think Becca and I wouldn't be able to eat 2 whole heads of lettuce, so I'm so excited. I grew food, you guys. I went out today and I was completely unprepared. I thought that it was gonna be just like a normal, like, go out there and do some weeding, and there was a lot to do. So yeah, I'm gonna take this inside, and we're definitely gonna be cooking like the Swiss chard later, probably the spinach too, because I want to make sure we eat it and it doesn't go waste. But these will be good for like sandwiches this week. I'll have to grab some bread tomorrow when I go to the store. Yeah. So I'm out here at the garden looking very fashionable, if I do say so myself. I was gonna do a proper garden tour, but I have a lot of shit that I need to get done today, so I figured I'd just show you what I'm doing. And unfortunately, I'm starting with a not so fun job. So we had a decent amount of rain this week. We had some big thunderstorms, and I came back and my potatoes were being attacked by what appears to be potato beetles. I don't know exactly what kind, but they're nasty. The audacity. These things are nasty. And they are all over the place. The view from the stone zone just keeps getting better and better, honestly. I can't do 360 view, I'm sitting down. So, now that the bug fuckers are gone, not bug fuckers, the fucking bugs are gone, here's what we have to do today. I've got all these plants. I got this huge bale of hay from my dad and stepmom. Thank you guys, by the way. But I'm gonna find homes for these. Basically, at this point, where those bags are over there, that is the last of the, like, quote-unquote blank space left in here. So I'm gonna put some stuff there, but I think I still need to find some things to plant in there. And then the rest of this is just to fill in some holes. So what I like to do whenever I'm bringing some new plants out is I like to kind of take them to the places that they're gonna go, so that, you know, when I get to that point in planting, I can put them in. So we're gonna put some eggplants in here. They look a little sad, but they'll look better once I water them. So I have a bunch of different kinds of eggplants to plant here. Some of them I started from seed. I did grab one at a store that was pretty big, but I thought I would give a chance because it was a variety I didn't have. So yeah, today I'm planting out the rest of my plants. My tray fell on the ground, it's fine. So I have some dirt that I need to put down, but before I do that, I'm going to weed with this guy. I don't know what it's called, but my dad and stepmom lent it to me, and it's pretty freaking cool. You just kind of slice right at the roots, and it has killed most of the weeds that I've had, and I've been able to, yeah, get rid of a lot of good stuff. Get rid of a lot of stuff really good without having to literally sit and weed every single little thing. So yeah, gonna do that. I planted these two spiky Dracanias. Here's this whole eggplant bed. I've got a few different varieties. I have Black Beauty, Little Prince, Rotunda Bianca, and then these are three different of like skinny Asian varieties. There should be 3 different colors if the package didn't lie to me. And then this is my pepper bed. Got some cool stuff going on here. I have quite a variety. There's some cool ones like this candy cane pepper, which has variegation. And then I had planted these bigger ones before, but the little ones in between I just planted, and then I have more straw, so I'm gonna go take care of that. So these nasturtiums that I have are very pretty, but I did plant them very, very close together. So I'm actually gonna pull some of these smaller ones out and put them over by the spiky boys, the Dracania over there, Dracania, so that these other ones have room, because like this one's already starting to get big. Look how beautiful these are. Look at that. So yeah, I'm gonna give these guys some room. There's a couple different varieties here, and yeah, I want them to have as much success as possible. So this is the area in which the potato tomatoes are. So basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to pick up all of these like extras that I have. You can see them here. And just get rid of them because it's just they were like my insurance policy because I wasn't sure if these things were even going to grow. Yes, that's my shadow. I am such a pro vlogger. But now they're just kind of sitting here taking up space, so I'm probably just going to dump them out in a spot and let them die peacefully. And then I have deer netting. I can't do a lot of metal because I'm, borrowing this space. So this is my somewhat cheap and inelegant solution to having something for them. So it's not ideal, but it will at least be something that I can tie my tomatoes onto. I have 22, something like that. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. If I need to change tactics later in the season, then I will, but for now this is what I've got. Alright, so let's just do this. But here is what the garden looks like right now. It goes pretty far out, so it's kind of hard to see the stuff in the back, but I'm just going to try to show you. So I'm going to go through everything as we hit it and see how this goes. So as you can see, there are some spots that are a little messy. Like I said, we got a lot of work done this weekend, but there's definitely some cleanup to do. But it's definitely going to be getting easier and easier to get things done throughout the day. So first, here are my graffiti cauliflowers. This one still hasn't tried to make an actual cauliflower head, but this one is trying. You can see kind of in here a little purple cauliflower head. I don't know why the bigger one isn't doing that, but it's still really cool. Even if I don't get to eat it, it's still like a cool thing. I grew a teeny tiny cauliflower. This section was full of spinach and kale that all was bolting, so I got rid of it, and then in the next few days I'm going to be planting something else here. I haven't completely decided what yet, so I just kind of let all of the dead stuff sit here because there's no point in getting rid of stuff that could just be adding something back to the soil. Here I have 2 kales that are doing fine. I actually harvested stuff from this area a lot yesterday, so this was even more lush. These kales, the curly kale, have been, it's called prison kale. Yeah, they've been doing really well. I've gotten, at least a few stalks off of them each week, and I've just been letting them go. So yeah, I have yet to have to deal with them bolting, so I'm going to try to eat from them as long as I can. This is the Bright Light Swiss chard. I've always liked eating this, so it's been fun to have it in my own garden. The colors are really beautiful. Sorry, I had to get that weed. It was bothering me. Yeah, it makes for a really nice harvest. I can get a decent amount of leaves off of these each week, and they're still going. So, yeah, I like to saute them as a vegetable to go with my dinner. And yeah, I don't know what else to say about them. I definitely would grow this again. I'll probably put a lot more in during the fall, just because we eat it a lot. It's really good and it looks really pretty on a plate. And they actually haven't been attacked too much by pests. There's some, like occasionally I'll see a hole or two, but I really haven't had too many problems with pests eating up my greens. So then over here are the cabbages. A couple of them have started trying to make like a cabbage head, but not much yet, so I don't know. We'll see if this happens, but regardless, it's still cool. They've been getting huge. And then there's also, this is dinosaur kale. I've let them grow a little bit, but I think next week I'll definitely harvest some of those. And there's also some broccoli in here, which I don't think I've seen. Yeah, oh, and this guy didn't make it. I moved him because he was too close to another plant, but yeah, he doesn't look too happy. But oh well, not a big deal. But yeah, so that's what it looks like in my greens bed. Like I said, there's still kind of a little blank spot, but I can fill that up in no time. Moving over here, this is where my beets and turnips are. I don't have a lot of hope that these are going to do anything. Unfortunately, we planted them and didn't take care of them very well, because I don't know what I'm doing. These probably should have been thinned out a little more. Yeah, I don't know. This might be a try again in the fall type thing. I've seen some of the turnips start to bolt already, which I don't blame them. The temperature has been a little all over the place. So I'm gonna give them a little more time to see if anything happens, but oops. I'm gonna give them a little more time to see if anything happens, but I don't have like a whole ton of hope that anything major is gonna happen here. Coming over here, there's a lot of new stuff going on since the last time that I took a video. This is the second half of the garden that we've hit now. So here, this is a ground cherry, and it's actually pretty cool. There's already some little dudes in there. Yeah, don't mind me if I'm like picking weeds while I'm talking to you. It's just a habit. But yeah, it's cool. Their flowers are really cute. Let me see if I can... Look at that! Adorable! And then I also have 2 tomatillos here. They're starting to get there. They're still fairly new. They have some flowers. I did read that tomatillos have kind of a hard time getting pollinated, so we'll see. But yeah, it's just an experiment. This is brand new. This bed is full of eggplants. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 different varieties of eggplants-ish. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 different varieties of eggplants. Here's what I bought at the store, so it's pretty big, but some of these I started from seed, and we covered the whole area with some fertilizer and some straw, so hopefully we'll get some stuff out of there. That's actually the last thing that I planted. And then this is my row of tomatoes. I think I counted 22 tomato plants, but I could be wrong. I actually had a bunch of extras that I had sitting behind it yesterday. I gave them to my neighbor. I think I said that already. Maybe I didn't. But I was able to share them. So the other things that I have in here, other than tomatoes, I have basil, and then you'll see little sprouts coming up through the hay. Those are zinnias. And then also marigolds at the middle posts to help deter pests. Yeah, I'm not going to go through every single one of these yet until there's actually something interesting happening. And then I did put this deer netting up. It's not the most elegant solution for a trellis, but yeah, I don't have space and I don't have a lot of materials on hand, so it will hopefully be something. So here's my tomatoes. That one's done. That's the painted lady. It's looking a little rough right now. I don't know. The last one that I had planted in there I swapped out because it pretty much died, but we're trying. Yeah, here you can see some of the zinnias starting to pop up. I just scattered them throughout here. And you can see the different kinds of basil. I think I planted 3 different kinds of basil in between. So here's my sad story. Unfortunately, when I came out here the other day, there were bugs all over my plants, and you can see some of them are looking pretty rough. I did pinpoint that it was some sort of... Oh, here's one. Get off there, you fucker. It's some sort of beetle, potato beetle, and they have just been decimating them. But some of them, look how pretty these flowers are. But yeah, some of the plants are just completely decimated. Although you can see that they are starting to grow some new leaves on it. So hopefully some of these will come back a little bit, and I'll still get potatoes. If not, they only really killed like this row and some of this row. The rest of them, like these, are doing a lot better. So I need to do more mounding on these. But yeah, hopefully that will be better soon. I hand-picked a ton off of these. Like hand-picked, smooshed. I threw some in a can and drowned them. And I definitely gave them a hard time this weekend, so I'm hoping that that means that I won't have to deal with them as much. It just might be something that I need to stay on top of, which is understandable. There's always going to be stuff like that you have to kind of stay on top of. Here's a fun thing that is happening. These are my nasturtiums. I have 2 different kinds of nasturtiums. I believe these are the jewel nasturtium, and then these are peaches and cream or something like that. Yeah, they're beautiful. And I'm just going to let them flower for a little bit before I start trying to pluck the flowers, because I do want to try eating them. That's kind of part of the point. Part of the reason why I planted them was with the intention of eventually starting to eat them. But yeah, these are gorgeous. Look at them. So pretty. And they get pretty big. I had planted a bunch in this area that all came up, so I relocated some in the hopes that I can have some nice lush nasturtiums throughout the garden this year. I think that would be cool. So here is the, what do we call this? The Middle Earth section with my silly little trellis that I made. Cucumbers are actually starting to make a comeback here. Let me show you. So some of these were ones that got a little bit damaged by the cucumber beetles, and I still have seen some of them on there, but if I don't see a ton of damage, I'm going to just let them go, because it's at the point where most of these are pretty big. They'll be able to handle a little bit of damage. As you can see, I'm starting to get some flowers. I don't know if these have pollinated or not, but we will see if we get anything. I'm hoping that we get at least a few, because this has been such a mess. And then in front of here we have fennel. There's some beautiful fennel. Oh my gosh, it's so nice. So fluffy. And I started planting these tiny little basils in between. They're piccolino basil, so they stay pretty small, but I just thought I'd see how big that they do get. Yeah, here's some more of the cucumbers starting to try. And yeah, I have all different kinds planted in here. I'm still gonna come through again and plant some more in the areas like down here I don't have like anything, and see if I can fill this out a little bit more, because it's a little uneven. But yeah, look at this guy. This little guy has a ton of little flowers on it. We'll see what happens. And then this is a sunflower in the corner that is starting to come up. So that'll be nice. The row of onions needs a little bit of love. I just haven't been doing a lot of close weeding. I've been doing a lot of weeding like on a large scale across the whole thing, but now that I have all of this straw out and the weeds in the rest of the area should be a little more under control, this is the kind of stuff that I'm going to be doing during the week, is trying to finish that. I'll have to fix this. It looks like my twine broke again, so I'll take care of that before I leave. I am going to be putting up, I think, a little bit better, a little bit more twine around the edges now that I have things pretty well established, just so that there's a better line around, just because I've heard that there are some pests that have been attacking some of the, like, I'm in the middle, like, I have a bunch of plots to this side and a bunch of plots to this side, so I'm not as concerned about like deer and stuff coming in, because there's a lot of obstacles, but just in case a deer does wander all the way in, I definitely want to have some more protection. The guy that I was talking to yesterday said that if you put like 2 lines, even if it's like thin twine lines that are spaced, I think at 4 feet, like 1 foot and 4 foot or something like that, that's enough to deter them from coming in. So yeah, I definitely need to go around and get a little bit better of a perimeter, because some of the lines have been snapping periodically and I just want to take care of that. Anyway, there's my ramble about creating a border. Yeah, so this is newer. This is all of my peppers that I have out so far. I think I have a couple more that might be starting to sprout up at home, but this is almost just about all that I've got. So yeah, I'm not going to go through all of them, but some of them are pretty cool. Some of them are starting to get flowers. I'm just going to carefully step between here to show you. There's some flowers on this guy. Some of them are smaller, some of them are bigger. That's a shishito that I just planted yesterday. I've got some little ones in between. There's some jalapenos right here. I planted a bunch of jalapenos because that's something that I know I'll be able to use very, very easily. But yeah, some of the little ones haven't been doing as great, but I believe in them they'll come up. It's starting to get hot outside during the day because it's June here, so we definitely have the capability. The pepper should be happy with the heat, so that'll be good. This is a ghost pepper, and I see there's a little flower on there, so I'm hoping that I'll get at least one ghost pepper out of this whole experience. And then this one I was really excited about. It's the candy cane pepper. I'll probably show you this every time because I love variegated plants, but look how beautiful those leaves are. I put it right here at the front so that I can always see my cute little variegated pepper. And these things, the ones that I put in the ground, have grown a lot since I put them in the ground, so I'm definitely hopeful that they will give me a little something. This area is a little new too. My wife had planted some flower seeds that didn't really seem to come up. I don't know, it looks like water runs through here, so they might have gotten washed away. So I just moved these nasturtiums here. You can see that they're a little bit stressed from getting moved. I'm hoping that they'll bounce back, and then we'll have some pretty nasturtiums in here. And then I just planted these spiky dracania, I think they're called. I just grabbed these for like $3 at Lowe's when I was there getting dirt the other day, so I thought they were kind of cool, just as something a little interesting to pop up here. So then here's the bean zone. Everything's just going to be the zone. This is my beans. These are all my beans. I forget how many. I think I said I have 11 different varieties of beans. I don't know. I just wanted to experiment and see what I liked, since this is my first year being able to actually grow stuff like this. So yeah, you can see I put them in little lines. There's enough space in between, I think, that I can succession sow some of these, so I might fill in some gaps and just kind of have a luscious bean zone. I've been having a really hard time with edamame, so like you can see here on these poles, like nothing is coming up, and there's only a couple in this little line right here. I don't know why, they just don't want to germinate. Maybe, I don't know, maybe edamame take longer to germinate. I didn't really look that close. Yeah, I haven't seen any beans yet, but some of these are getting pretty big. These are Borlato. I don't know what all of these are right now because the tags are kind of hiding. What's this one? Contender. So I have a mix of like plain green bean type things and also just like fun. I have Good Mother Stollard over here. This one is already reaching for the stars and has found my little trellis, which is exciting. And I have repeats of stuff planted along here. There's also rattlesnake pole beans. These are Tender Green Improved. Provider. So like I said, a kind of a mix. But these are also, I think these are Dragon Tongue. Yeah, these guys here are Dragon Tongue bush beans. And then the one I'm most excited about here are Tanya's Pink Potted Beans. Look how pretty this plant looks. And it's starting to think about making some beans. But yeah, even like the stem is pink. I've seen these on like the Roots and Refuge channel, and I had to try them. And I actually was lucky to get these seeds from a seed swap that I did last year, I think it was. I do the super duper sweet seed swap whenever I see it, just because I'm kind of a seed collector. So whenever I see them do that again, I'll definitely be doing it. But yeah, I got like 5 or 6 of these, and I got 4 to germinate. So I'm hoping to get to try them, but also get to save as many as I can so that I can keep planting these, because these are cool. I really want to plant as many cool, interesting things as I can, even if they're not the most prolific, because I'm in this for the fun. I want to be able to eat stuff, but I'm gonna want to eat it more if it's cool looking. Does that make sense? That's my whole approach to this. So yeah, Stone Zone. I did make an addition of this umbrella here. I don't keep it up because it will literally just blow all over everything, so that's why it's kind of like in that ditch over there, rolled up. I do want to get like a tarp to roll up around that, just so that it doesn't keep getting dirty, because it's really dirty right now. But that's been really nice because we come out here on Saturdays and we like put all of our tools in here, and it get on very, very sunny days, which it is not today. It's kind of a beautiful cloudy day, but on really, really sunny days, it can get very hot out here very quick. So having a little bit of respite from that is definitely needed and appreciated. Here is my little cucamelon trellis. I'm going to come over here so you can see it a little better. There's one that is starting to grow up. It's not the tallest thing in the world, but it's gonna look cute. And the whole idea here was that I would be able to have cucamelons by the stone zone where like I can take a rest here if I come out here to read once, you know, I have time to come outside to read. You know, my umbrella with my book and a drink. I can just reach over and pluck some cucamelons off my trellis. I just have these silly little dreams. We'll see if it happens. I've also been continuing to plant up all of these herbs along this line. I'm not going to go through all of them. I have like a semi-dead holy basil right here. I don't know what happened. It has just been not happy at all. And this is valerian, because why not? Just grow some valerian. Dill, parsley, there's a couple different kinds of thyme. There's some rosemary. I have lemon verbena. Never thought that would be something I'd grow. And yeah, so here my dad helped me with this yesterday. He got that bale of straw was so big, and he just spread it out throughout these so we don't have to keep weeding in between, and you can actually see where I planted okra a little better. 2 of them I did step on and murder by accident, so I might put seeds in the ground and see if they want to try to come up. But yeah, so this is my kind of second attempt at doing squash and stuff, since the first attempt, as we saw, was my first bug problem with the cucumber beetles, the striped cucumber beetles that took out the majority of what I had planted here. So we're trying again. This is spaghetti squash. Very exciting. I have some blooms. I don't know if they got pollinated, but it's here, and it's happening, and it's happening. It's happening. This I got to replace the dead honeydew. I just bought one. It's fine. Sometimes you just have to do it. You know, pests are always going to happen. So instead of me being like completely broken up about some of my stuff being completely wiped out, I was like, all right, I'll just buy some and, you know, live with it. These, I don't know what they are. I think these might be the white scallop squash, like patty pan squash. These I grew from seed. They lasted through everything, and they're going strong. I don't think I've seen any blooms on it yet, but they're definitely getting there, very close to doing something, and they look resplendent, ginormous, and healthy. Here is one of my little okras. They're sad. They're trying. I don't really know what else to do for them. Some of them only have 1 leaf. Honestly, if they don't make it, it's not the end of the world. I don't actually like okra that much. I just kind of wanted to grow it because I had the seeds. But if they don't make it, it won't be the end of the world. I'll have plenty of other things that I'll be getting from this garden that I won't miss them. These are some sad watermelons that I planted to try to fill in some space. A couple of them have made it, hopefully. Yeah, they just weren't happy to be transplanted. There's another sad okra. Don't know what this is. It's some sort of squash. But this is what happens when you write with Sharpie on this. They might be the early summer crookneck squash, but I can't read that at all. So we'll see. This might be yellow squash, but they made it. This one's kind of puny, but it's still trying. This one is definitely doing a lot better. You can still see some of the damaged leaves. I should probably come through and prune some of those off, because they're not doing anybody any favors, but I'm just happy to see them trying. There's another shot of some onions. That's another sad watermelon that's trying its best. This is Black Beauty zucchini. It's just regular green zucchinis. I bought these because the other ones were kind of dying. I don't know what this is anymore. I keep having that problem. The leaves are rounded, which leads me to believe that it's some sort of melon, not a squash. But it looks like the tag says squash, so I guess we'll find out. Oh boy. But seriously, look, the melon, like that's, maybe this is Chanterelle melon. I could be wrong though. Once again, some of this is going to be a little bit of a surprise, isn't it? The Charente, that's what I was trying to say. Sakata sweet melon, they're kind of puny. I had planted 4 of those out. 2 of them survived. I thought this one hadn't, but it's definitely getting more leaves. But this one's doing okay. I think they're just recovering from not really liking being transplanted. I think I might also put a couple more of those in this bed. I have the seeds. I just haven't gotten around to it yet, and I want to go home. This one is Delicata. Oh, stay in there, bud. Delicata squash. Once again, another one that got a decent amount of damage, but I see some buds on here, so hopefully they will be trying to do something soon. And then this was very exciting. So I had one tiny Moon and Stars watermelon that had started to grow, and it died, I think, during the frost. That was the other problem. We had the frost, and a lot of these were just not able to survive. But I planted a bunch in here, and I thought they weren't going to come up, and then they did, and look how cute that is. It has little spots on it. They're so cute. So I'll probably have to thin these out a little bit. In fact, I'm going to thin this one out right now. But look how cute they are. Here you can see some more herbs. And there are very few carrots that have come up. I kind of saw that coming. It took a really long time. I mean, carrots take a long time to germinate in general. That's just kind of how it is. But there are a couple, and I'm probably gonna plant some more in between in hopes of just getting something. But yeah, they were kind of prissy. And then these are the radishes that I planted. I also want to plant more radishes along this row since I have discovered that I do like radishes. Here are my peas. They're kind of a mess, but they're huge now. Yeah, hoping that I'll get some peas. I have seen some. I just really love how peas look when they're starting to open up. Just like, look at that. So beautiful. But yeah, there's some floating along here. I know I saw some earlier. Now I'm not going to be able to find them that I'm on a video. They're in here. There's one. So, they're coming. Coming along. I don't know which is which. There's definitely at least 3 different kinds of peas in here, maybe 4. But I don't remember which one's which, so it'll be interesting to figure out when I should pick which ones, because some of them are snow peas and some of them are snap peas, and I don't know. I don't even know. Here's my 3 sisters' bed. I just kind of put a stick in it so that I could remember what was going on. But yeah, so this is glass gem corn, and then I put like purple runner, some sort of purple bean. And you can see they started coming up too. So soon I will be planting squash, and then that will fill out, and this will be an interesting little experiment. I've been doing some research around that, and I want to continue educating myself about the, about that. About the ways that the Native Americans grew. Oh, there's one of those fucking beetles. These bastards are the ones that killed my squash. Fuck you! Yeah. That's been my life, is just fuck you to the bugs. I do have neem oil. I sprayed some neem oil the other day. And then that brings you back to the front. I've got another little sunflower that I actually moved because it was too close to the pathway. So hopefully that will grow. That'll be really pretty, kind of like at the entrance. I see one of my neighbors has a really big sunflower too. I've actually seen a decent amount of sunflowers. I think some of them were just kind of randomly sown by the birds, but people seem to be pretty happy to have them. But yeah, look at this. This was something exciting. I planted chamomile here, and it's been like really doing well. That's exciting. There's fenugreek over there, some sage. It's really pretty silver thyme, but yeah, look at that. That's a really pretty little entrance to the garden. So yeah, that's what has been going on around here. I definitely still have a lot of work to do, but it's getting to the point where I don't feel like there's as much left except for like general maintenance and just kind of letting things grow. So we will see where some of this goes. Yeah, so that is it for this video. I'm gonna try to put at the beginning, I mean, you will have seen that already, but I'm gonna try to edit some of my previous footage from the past couple weeks together at the beginning so you can see some of the progress. But I just haven't been filming a lot of like the work that I've been doing because I just like need to get it done. So yeah, I'll show you. I'll show you what I got. Excuse me. There's a flea market going on over there. It's huge. But yeah, I'm gonna go get a shower and go home and like curl up and probably watch some gardening YouTube videos and knit. Actually got a decent amount of sleep last night, which is unusual. And